one I don't get many questions on because most people do use PCs. But let's talk about Thunderbolt. You've probably seen that bolt on some of the cables or so. Thunderbolt is basically a hardware interface developed by Intel, of course, in collaboration with Apple, that allows the connection of external peripherals to a computer. So all these different devices that you have, how do you connect that to a computer? Thunderbolt 1 and 2 use the same connector as a mini DisplayPort or MDP, whereas Thunderbolt 3 reuses the USB-C connector from the USB. So when you think of the previous connectors, most of those center around PCs, but this specifically benefits the Apple user. It was initially developed and marketed under the name LightPeak and first sold as a part of an end user product in 2011. Hey, so what does all of this mean to you? If you're looking to use one connector for multiple peripherals, this might be for you if you're using, an Apple device or if you have a Thunderbolt feature. Again, this is developed in collaboration with Apple, so I need to research a bit more and see where they are in terms of connecting with PCs, but from my experience, this is what I know and what I have researched to date. In an article by Joel Domingo, you'll learn, or I learned, that as laptops continue to become thinner, shrinking to less than half an inch in depth, PC manufacturers have found that current I/O ports like a VGA, HDMI, and the 0.3-inch USB Type-A can no longer fit into these sleeker notebooks, right? So to replace them, the USB-C interface, that's also known as the USB 3.1 or USB Type-C, was recently introduced in that 12-inch Apple MacBook and the latest Google Chromebook Pixel. So that USB-C is theoretically twice as fast as the USB 3.0, and its form factor does not, basically it does away with up and down orientation. You can plug it in, whichever way. So now Intel has announced the Thunderbolt 3 interface, which doesn't compete with the actual USB-C, unlike the original Thunderbolt. So that might be a bit of additional information. It merges strength and faster interface with the potential ubiquitous USB-C port. So in the next segment, I'll talk a little bit more about USB because that goes into additional details. But at least for this first part, I've given you enough information. You can look at some of the images that I have included here. And if you like, please click on like, subscribe. This is Elyse. I'm just bringing you a technical moment here on Tuesday. I hope that this has helped here at Celebrian. Have a wonderful day.